Howdy, howdy. I'm Dr. Patrick, and today we're going to be doing a new series that I'm going to be calling Unnecessarily Large Builds. Unnecessarily Complex Builds, we'll change that. And we're going to try and find the most ridiculous way to destroy this big-ass mansion right here. JK. But it's going down, for real. Alright, let's get started. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Get wrecked. Get wrecked, son. Get wrecked. Well, that was Zone 1. Zone 1 in the Isle of Ipsilon. The Southern Cottage. I hope you enjoyed it, and catch me next time for round 2 as we conquer the Southern Mill in a ridiculous fashion. Thanks, guys. Alright, so for those that enjoy actually playing this game, I'm going to go over some of the issues that we ran into with this ridiculous contraption. So first off, when I was building it, we ran into a little size requirement issue. So the bounding box is a certain size, and I wanted this to be able to reach a little bit further. I also wanted to have a wide enough base so that there could be a whole bunch of heavy stuff over here and it not tilt the contraption entirely over. So I had to build a really wide frame. The wood is very easily breakable, so reinforcing with some beams that arc in kind of a triangular fashion is the best way to stabilize that and help make your frame sturdy. As far as the wheels, I put some pistons here to kind of give it a little bit of a bounce. So instead of all that stress kind of making this bend here and possibly break, that stress goes directly into the pistons in the front, which is cool. Some of the other things with weaponizing it, if I put weapons directly on the side, it would run into our little spinny do here, our drill, and so I had to either find a weapon that was raised or lowered enough to have clearance to be able to pass by the drill, or my other option was to set it out one distance apart here. Now, if I set it out one distance apart without aiming, that would go right by the house, and so I didn't want to do that, and so I just created these little guys and put some requirements on them so that they would angle directly to where I want to shoot. These things, the arrows kind of drop, and then the cannon, I didn't put it on too hefty cannon fire, so it would, all of that arcs directly to what we were trying to look for. Another thing we ran into, I wanted to build a rocket here. Now I don't have some of the building tools downloaded for modding with the recent update. So so I had to use kind of the old trick of, if I want to do a half space, let's see, I want to do a half space, instead of clicking directly on something, I'll use a wheel as a spacer, and then kind of build out from there. If you delete the wheel and the spacer, we've got half spaces right there that offset each other, which helped me attach the rocket to this, as well as the rest of this within the confines of that. The last thing we ran into is when I fire the missile, which I totally didn't anticipate. The missile actually lights the flame on fire. This is a good way to transfer fire to an object, but the rope will actually snap. The problem is that the rope, once it fires, it overlays this wooden object, and then it lights everything on fire. So all the other wooden objects around it. I'm surprised that it's not transferring over. I'm sure if I move the thing around. Again, it doesn't affect our frame too much because we have it all reinforced, but definitely a problem, because the flame will fire the cannon and a couple of the other things. If that lights on fire, that lights on fire, that fires the cannon, etc., and we lost half of our... Oh, there it goes, yeah. So now it's spreading like wildfire instead of rocket fire. So those are a couple things that we, simple things that we did. If you're running into those issues on your contraptions, just try those workarounds. All right? Thanks for watching again. Ciao.